Here are the greatest mystery in Peppa Pig. Peppa Pig is loved all over the world,
We're here!
Yay!
with the show offering some of the most entertaining episodes for its fans. However, if you've watched the show countless times like we've done, then you'd know that it raises some questions without answers. Let's dive into some of the questions that fans all over the world ask. Starting off with number 1. How come everyone lives on a hill? If you're an avid fan of the show, then you'll know that Peppa's house is built on top of what seems like Mount Snowdon. That's not the only house that's built on, so is her school and her friends' houses. This might be the reason why all the animals on this show have skinny legs. Should we blame Daddy Pig, who works as an architect and may have had a hand in the decision to construct every house on a hill? Or could it be because the town is prone to flooding and settling on high ground is a good, well, the biggest muddy puddle in the world, which is on season 3 episode 50, seems to support this theory, where we can see the whole town descend into floods, while Peppa's hill becomes a desert island. All in all, it remains a mystery. And also, how many hills does this place have?
Do you need any shopping?
Oh yes! Cheese, please!
Number 2. Why does Miss Rabbit do all the jobs? As sure as Peppa is pink, Miss Rabbit has to be the most hard-working citizen in Peppa's world. I mean, during the show's run, the woman has been a helicopter pilot, an aquarium caretaker, a gift shop assistant, a supermarket cashier, a face painter, a dental nurse, a normal nurse, a bus driver, a library assistant, ice cream seller, a train driver, and a theme park ticket seller. And the list goes on. This begs the question, is there really one Miss Rabbit doing all of these jobs? Or is there like a whole litter of Miss Rabbits?
Is there really a baby rabbit in your tummy?
Number 3. Why do some animals remain as animal? Majority of the animals in the Peppa Pig universe are as human as you and me. They wear clothes, live in houses, and even watch TV. However, there are a few exceptions. Ducks, for instance, are just ducks. They spend their time on the pond, quacking, and consuming bread.
Look, there's a little duck pond.
This is also seen in Tiddles, the show's tortoise.
I don't know why you like climbing trees so much.
Although, weirdly enough, he behaves mostly like a cat than a tortoise. In the Naughty Tortoise episode, he gets stuck up a tree and is eventually saved by the vet. Polly the parrot, who lives together with Grandma and Grandpa Pig, sits on a perch while repeating one word.
Burst like a balloon!
So, why do these animals not act as humans as the rest of the animals? Number 4. Mommy Pig's bikini. In the various summer episodes, we see Mommy Pig donning a bikini. However, if you know about the physique of a female pig, you'd know that's not possible. In real life, pigs have up to 14 boobs, with some being inactive, depending on how many piglets the pig gives birth to. Mommy Pig wearing a bikini would imply she has a human body instead of a pig body. Well, could it be the reason she wears a bikini because she's only given birth to 2 piglets? Now that I've mentioned it, it sort of makes sense. And if you're still here, comment down below swimsuit. Number 5. How come all the animals are the same size? If there's a mystery that leaves us scratching our heads, it's that all the animals are the same size. Emily Elephant is the same size as Rebecca Rabbit, who's also the same size as Kylie Kangaroo, who is the same size as Dr. Hamster. This is not the case in real life. Furthermore, age is not proportional to size. In fact, the older you are, the bigger you become. We see that Mommy and Daddy Pig are slightly smaller than Granny and Grandpa Pig, when in reality, they should not be growing, possibly even shrinking. Could it be that Peppa Pig lives in a distant future where all the humans have been eliminated by a nuclear war and the radiation caused the animals to mutate to the same size? I guess we'll never know.
I guess we'll never know.
Number 6. How come Peppa and George are in the same class at school? Hear me out. Peppa is 4 years old and George is 18 months old. They both go to the same school and even share a class alongside all of Peppa's friends and all of George's friends. They even have the same teacher, which is Madame Gazelle, and the same lesson. This begs the question, if George is 18 months and in school, then Peppa would also have been in school at 18 months old, except that Peppa and George are learning the same things now, which could mean that Peppa has been repeating the same school year over and over. All of these questions are giving me a headache. I better cool down with an episode of our favorite pig show. Number 7. How come Peppa and George only have one set of grandparents? If you're a big follower of Peppa Pig, then you probably know that Granny Pig and Grandpa Pig are Mummy Pig's parents. They are also the only set of grandparents we get to see. I haven't come across an episode where Daddy Pig's parents are mentioned. Did Daddy Pig's parents pass away? Or does Daddy Pig just not like his parents? Well, This will continue to remain a mystery unless future episodes explain this.
Are you too full to eat any more tomatoes, lettuce, or cucumber?
Number 8. Where does Mr. Potato get his powers from? Talking vegetables are quite the norm in the Peppa Pig universe, and while this is a mystery, let's leave it for a minute for a bigger fish. Among the talking vegetables is Super Potato, who is the superhero in Peppa's world. Whenever he makes an entry in any scene, he is always flying in the sky. Additionally, he is seen to have great strength, as in the episode where he saved Mr. Potato from his car when he'd gotten stuck. So, the million-dollar question is, where do these powers of the eloquent potato come from? Did he have them from birth? Or did he acquire them? We really need to get some answers on this. Number 9. Where does Auntie Dottie live? Peppa and George have an aunt called Aunt Dottie, and what we don't know is if Aunt Dottie is Mommy Pig's sister or Daddy Pig's sister. But what we do know is that Auntie Dottie does not know the kids so well, as she's never seen them physically. Furthermore, we don't know which country she's based in. For one, she's not in England, Peppa's country of residence, where I'm sure they'd have met. She's also not in France, as we see that when Peppa and her family go to France, they meet Delphine's family, but not Aunt Dottie. She's also not in the US, because when Peppa and her family head to Hollywood to meet Super Potato, and also tour the whole country, she's not part of the itinerary. So, from what country is Aunt Dottie anyway? Do you have any answers to any of the mysteries we raised? We'd love to hear what you have to say about some of the greatest mysteries in our favorite Pink Pig show. For this and more content, consider liking and subscribing to our YouTube channel, and we'll see you in the next video.